How to identify BMW U-Chassis BCP key frequency with simple visual tricks. Hey everyone, this is Hussein, and I welcome you once again to Bobji Motos, your trusted home for everything related to automobile diagnostics, programming tools, and the behind-the-scenes secrets that technicians love to learn. Before we dive into today's topic, here is a short but essential copyright reminder. Everything shown or explained in this video is purely for educational and informational purposes. Any images, diagrams, or references follow fair use guidelines and belong to their respective owners. And whenever you work on an actual vehicle, always follow manufacturer instructions and comply with local regulations. Now, let us warm up today's topic with a simple question. If I place 3 BMW U-Chassis BCP keys in front of you, could you tell whether one is tuned to 315 MHz, another to 433 MHz, and the last one to 433.92 MHz, just by looking at them? Stick around till the end, because I will give you a simple visual trick to do exactly that. Today we are exploring how to identify the true frequency of a BMW U-Chassis BCP key, a topic that may sound small, but if you're a key programmer or a locksmith, you already know that choosing the wrong frequency can turn a simple job into a long headache. And trust me, no technician wants a customer staring at them while they pretend the key will magically start working. I once joked to a friend that if a key does not program, it is not the car's fault. It is just the key being shy. Of course, he did not laugh, but I still believe the joke deserved at least a sympathy smile. Let's now break everything down in a smooth, detailed way. When we talk about BMW U-Chassis BCP keys, the most common frequencies are 315 MHz, 433 MHz, 433.92 MHz, and 434 MHz. Using a frequency reading tool can quickly distinguish between 315 MHz and 433 MHz because the gap between those two is large. However, the real challenge begins when you try to separate 433 MHz from 433.92 MHz or 434 MHz. These values sit very close together, and many frequency testers display them almost the same way. So instead of relying only on electronic tools, we look at the printed circuit board itself. This method is extremely accurate once you understand the visual cues. Let us start with the 315 MHz version. This frequency is used mostly in United States models. On this circuit board, you will notice one extra component placed in a specific location that does not appear on the versions used in other markets. This small difference is your first visual clue that you are dealing with a United States frequency key. Next, we move to the Korean market version, which uses 433.92 MHz. On this key's circuit board, you will find a small inductor that is completely black. This black inductor is unique to the Korean frequency board. Other regions do not use this black inductor, so if you spot it, you instantly know you are holding the Korean version. Now, let us discuss the Chinese market units. These keys are interesting because they are dual frequency versions designed to support both 433 MHz and 434 MHz. But once they are locked to one frequency, you cannot switch them back. On these boards, the inductor is blue, and there is no extra component like the one on the United States board. This combination tells you that the key belongs to the Chinese dual frequency market. Finally, we come to the European and United Kingdom versions, which operate at 434 MHz. These boards also feature a blue inductor, just like the Chinese version, and they also do not have the extra component found on the United States board. That means you need to depend on regional knowledge when identifying these. If you have a blue inductor and no extra component, and the key comes from a European or United Kingdom vehicle, you can be confident that you are looking at a 434 MHz frequency. Another clue comes from the BCP key shell itself. Many shells have markings or structural differences based on market requirements. By comparing the shell design with known regional versions, you can narrow down the frequency even before opening the key. This is especially helpful for locksmiths who want to sort keys quickly. At the end of the day, understanding these differences helps you avoid buying the wrong keys and ensures that you choose the correct replacement every time. Identifying the frequency properly is the difference between a smooth job and a confused afternoon spent wondering why a key refuses to pair. Now, let us return to the question I asked at the start. Could you identify the correct frequency just by looking at the board? The answer is yes. The presence of a black inductor means the Korean 433.92 MHz version. A blue inductor with no extra components means either the Chinese dual-frequency version or the European 434 MHz model. And the United States version includes an additional component in that specific location we discussed earlier. Personally, I think visual identification is one of the most underrated skills in automotive programming. When you train your eyes to read a circuit board the same way a doctor reads an X-ray, your workflow becomes faster and far more accurate. What about you? Have you ever misidentified a key frequency before? Tell me your experiences in the comments. Here's a fun fact before we wrap up. Most technicians do not realize that a difference of 0.08 MHz can completely change whether a key communicates with a vehicle. That is how precise modern automotive electronics have become. If you learned something valuable today, I would truly appreciate your support. Help this video reach our target of 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments. Share your thoughts, hype this video, and make sure you subscribe to Bobjimotos so we can keep bringing you deep technical content that actually helps you in real-world jobs. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and happy diagnosing.